Let's bring in our CNN political commentators, Ben Ferguson, host of The Ben Ferguson Show, and Marc Lamont, a professor at Morehouse College. Thank you both for being here. I know you will be watching the GOP debate, as the world, I think, will on Tuesday night here on CNN. But, Ben, we heard how Ted Cruz tried to smooth things over with Trump last night by that tweet, including "he's terrific," saying the establishment wants to fight, we're not going to fight. What do you expect sort of long term that we'll see from this relationship, especially post-Iowa?
Look, the relationship with Donald Trump is only good if you're losing to him. And if you do start to get closer to beating him, your relationship is going to maybe become to the point of unreconcilable differences and a true divorce. I mean, that's what you understand about Trump. Anybody is his enemy if they look like they're threatening his campaign. He has done this every time someone started to surge, whether it be Carly Fiorina, whether it be Ben Carson, whether it be Jeb Bush early on. And I think what Ted Cruz understands and is being pretty smart about this is you don't want to get into a trash-talking war with Donald Trump because you will lose that war. Donald Trump is incredible at trash-talking. And so you want to be allies or at least not be at war with him for as long as possible. And if Trump comes after you first, then let him come after you. But you don't want to start that war.
Let's look at these poll numbers because you've got the Iowa caucuses 50 days away. Here's a Monmouth University poll that actually has Ted Cruz up 5 points ahead of Donald Trump in Iowa. We know Cruz has done really well with the evangelical vote there. You look at this recent CNN ORC poll, it shows that Cruz edged out Trump for that critical evangelical vote. Both of the polls, though, taken, gentlemen, before Trump announced his controversial proposal for a temporary ban on Muslims. Marc, to you, do you think that affects the evangelical vote either way?
Sadly, I think it may help Trump. I mean, there's been no sign, even based on the sort of immediate polls from slightly less credible sources, that Trump is somehow going to be hurt by those absurd, ridiculous Islamophobic comments that he made. What I suspect is that Ted Cruz does really well in Iowa, but that Trump still polls super well in Iowa and may come out with a victory there, not because he's necessarily going to win the whole thing, although that's entirely possible at this point, but because Iowa is an activist caucus. Iowa tends to pull people from the extremes, and evangelicals tend to have an overly strong impact in that caucus. And so I absolutely think that the polls will benefit Donald Trump. And that's why I think Ted Cruz's move was so bizarre. I'm assuming his team leaked this on purpose. And if you leak this on purpose, why leak? Well, I can't imagine that they're so incompetent that this audio just got out. I mean, if so,
all it takes is someone hitting record on their phone.
Someone
Marc.
hit record on their phone.
I'm not saying it's not possible, but this isn't like the Mitt Romney makers and takers kind of leak. I thought this was something. Right. I think he wanted to get into a war with Trump without while being able to hide his hands. But either way, it's bad timing because Trump is going to attack him now.
Either way you play it, how it came out, it's out there. Ben, if Trump loses Iowa, if this Monmouth University poll is right, Cruz has a lead. If he loses Iowa, does this sort of air of invincibility go away for Trump?
Absolutely it does. And the only person that he can blame for the expectation games is Donald Trump himself. When you walk out there every day and you talk about how you're beating the living you-know-what out of every single person out there, and you've been saying this for months on end, leaving no room to ever come in second place in any state in this country, if you come out of the gate with the very first place where people vote and you don't win it, there could be an awful lot of that momentum that stops instantly. And I think it also makes everybody else say, wow, maybe I should be looking at Ted Cruz. Maybe I should be looking at some other candidates because maybe Donald Trump can't do everything he said he can. He set himself up for either you've got to win always, everywhere, or the other option is you look like you seriously lost. He could even lose by 1 or 2 percentage points, but everybody will be talking about how did Donald Trump fall? How did he not succeed? How did he come in second? But especially in Iowa. And that's his own fault. There's no one to blame but Donald Trump for that if it happens.